Okay, good evening everyone, and welcome to it Wednesday night here on SimRace SA. This is the Division 2 race for the evening, and you join us at the beginning of, or at the end of practice. We're at Sebring tonight, and joining me in the booth is Kieron Paterson. Kieron, welcome to the broadcasting booth.
Thank you, Alan. Welcome to all our viewers watching as well at home. And I'm looking forward to the race, actually.
Yes, this should provide some interesting racing. Unfortunately, we've got low numbers. I only count 11 or possibly 12 drivers here tonight. In
saying that, though, we've just had who's just joined us? I think it's Arno. Arno just joined.
Okay, did we get somebody else in? Okay. We're going into official start of qualifying now. Just give us 2 seconds here. This looks like they're on their way out. Are you seeing the cars leaving there?
I am. The YouTube. They are rolling on their way out.
Yeah, right. You got to watch your live stream now because there's a big delay on the YouTube channel. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So here we go then. Let's catch up with who's what and who's where and who's driving in what. We need these guys to obviously do their first official laps before we'll get some population happening on our screens. But right now, Arno van Mansberg, he's on an outlap in a nice looking Porsche.
It's actually very nice looking.
It is, I agree. Oops, saw a few cars go straight on there at the hairpin. Who's next on track? Here's Gerard Olkamp in a nice black and blue AMG Mercedes. Who's next up here that we can find? Here we have Mr. Jason Luck in one of the Works BMWs.
That's an Audi, actually.
Sorry, we're Audi. I was just looking at a BM sign there for a second.
And I think that's actually one of the only Audis in the Division 2 race today.
Okay, yes, you were saying that there's possibly a full selection of all the manufacturers, were you not, earlier?
Yeah, with the amount of drivers lined up at 25, we're always hoping to get as many as possible to make it more entertaining for us as well as for you, the viewers. But all 8 manufacturers were picked, so there's going to be quite a spread of manufacturers in the field today.
Awesome, yes. Okay, so I'm currently watching Renault Olivier, who's about to start a quick lap. But here comes some lap times in the meantime. Peter Krayling's just come in. Sorry, these are their out laps still. They're now starting an official quick lap, so we'll drive with him a bit and let's see how he gets on. Running one of the standard Lamborghini Huracan liveries, I see. A couple of the guys tonight don't have custom liveries on the cars, but we'll get through it, okay?
But in saying that, though, I've just seen a mention on the YouTube channel that YeloDesignCo did the Arno van Mansberg Porsche. So there is the sponsorship there that can help and assist with those guys. Exactly. I mean, like you say, there are a lot of new guys here today. So if they are wanting their own bespoke look to the car, it can definitely be done.
Yes, and YeloDesign definitely one of the primary sponsors on the channel tonight. So great work there. Okay, so Peter Krayling halfway around the track and being harassed already by somebody in a Porsche. This is actually, you shouldn't be doing this kind of racing so early on a quali run, but anyway, let's see. He's let the Porsche go by. It's Dario Busey in the Porsche.
Also a very nice looking Porsche.
Agreed.
Must say though, if he didn't get past him, he would have been a little bit stuck for those qualifying laps. So he had to make a move somehow.
Yes, I hear you. Everyone's on, everyone's trying to get their lap in, so that's how it works. Okay, here we go for a first official time coming up.
Should be quite a good one.
Oh, very nice, yeah. 202.3.
Wow.
There we go, 202.3, and here come the times. Warwick Stewart, 202.5. Peter Kieron at 205, and Rainer Olivier at 207. So there we go for our first official times, and here they all come pouring in now. We've got a cockpit view here of Melvin Coast driving in a Nissan Skyline, the Godzilla of GT3 cars. He's also right on the back, I think, of Peter Kieron's Lamborghini.
Oh, that was close.
And heading down the long back straight now. The hairpin. This is a very tricky corner. Caught me out on Monday night.
Ah, the lovely famous hairpin turn. Quite simple in its name of a corner.
That's true. Okay, up at Cunningham Corner, going through. No, not yet. Sorry, still in the Collier curves. This is Tower Turn, going down Flying Fortress Straight. This is old military airbase, I believe, and it was originally started or launched on the 31st of December 1950. So it goes to show there's some very older bits of track and stuff here, which I think they discussed as being, very characteristic of the Sebring Raceway.
I think it definitely is. This definitely brings a whole different dynamic as well, with different cars being used, how you have to set up your car entirely differently to what you're used to in your current days of these flat, smooth tracks.
That's true.
Going into an old school, bumpy, very damaging circuit, should we say. Like they were saying on Monday that a 12-hour race here can equivalent to a 24-hour of Le Mans, and I definitely agree with that. You can definitely do some damage in a 12-hour race here.
Yes, and the car needs to be properly set up with correct suspension settings.
That's right, yeah. So we'll see with these Div 2 guys. I mean, there's a lot of new guys here, so we'll see what their setup skills are like, let alone their driving skills, just their understanding of the car and things like that. So it'll be quite interesting to see.
I see Ghost there just did his first quick lap at 202.5. So Quali, Kieron up in the 202.0s at the moment, a really good lap time. Busey, second place at the moment at 202.3, currently sitting in the pits. And moving on, we're here on board with Stewart in his Nissan. Warwick Stewart, he did a 202.5, sorry.
202.5,
yeah,
I believe.
The 202.91 is the time he's chasing. That was Peter Kieron's time in the Lamborghini. So okay, that's quite a quick lap time actually. Peter's done a great time.
I must say though, I think Warwick was on a really fast lap there. I think he was going to go and take provisional pole.
Warwick Stewart, let's have a look. Let's quickly watch him here. Yeah, the big Godzilla, the Nissan GT3. Nissan GTR, GT3. And here he comes over the line. Oh, 202.2 gets close. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 drivers currently in the 202s. and then the rest 203s, 205, 205s, and further down.
Well, there we go. First man to dip under the 202s.
Oh wow, look at that, you're right. Melvin Coase, he did a great time there. I think he's on a cool down lap here. Let's see who else is doing what.
I must say, one name that stands out in the entire driver list today, though, is Mr. Devin Lesher.
And here he is, on a fast lap. We'll get into the cockpit with Mr. Lesher. He's on his way around. Let's see how he does. So at the moment we've got a 14 official, I don't think marks, yeah, so I think 14 official drivers, although only 11 of them have put in an official lap time so far, and we've got 5 minutes of practice left, of qualifying left.
Well, they're running out of time. I can see that they are on track though, those other drivers, but
just not put
they need to make it happen now.
Yeah, you've got to tie a number of corners up here. I mean, we've got how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, at least 15, 17 turns here that you've got to all tie up to get your best lap in place. And there we go, Lesher, 201.414.
That is quite quick. That would have been, I think, comfortably a top 5 on Monday night with the Div 1 guys.
Melvin Coase also quick at 201.8. So those two up in the 201s. We've got Peter Crayling, Warwick, Stewart, Dario Busey, and that's it in the 202s. With Gerard Orkamp 203, James Leach at 204, Reino Ulifi doing a 205 with Moritz Krokamp at a 205, Peter Wenzel 206, Arno van Mansberg 206, James Stroud at 206, Datas Immink in 207s, and Jason Luck in the 207s. With 3.5 minutes left, for obvious reasons, everyone's out on their super softs for qualifying. We shall see when the race start comes up, what tyres everyone's on, and if there's any differences in the compound. So not too far to go for that to happen. Just having a quick check. We're also live on the SimRace SA official YouTube channel, and welcome to a whole pile of people there. Barry Mayer, Bertus Hugo, Peter Geldenhuis is there, Hannes van Wyk, Kevin Lawrence. Great to see you guys. Thanks for joining.
Awesome to have you guys here supporting and watching these Division 2 guys. I mean,
Definitely.
In saying this, there's a lot of new guys that are racing today, but not only new guys, independent guys as well. So there's the chance of teams getting started here. Of the entire list that we've got, there's only 4 people in a team, being Devin Lesher in the SRC Cool Ideas, Reino Ulifier with Black Widow Racing with Mike McGeer, who raced in the Division 1 on Monday. And then the only team actually in this race is Datus Immink in the AAS racing team with Peter Crayling. So a lot of talent, should we say, that could be here worth recruiting into a team, or a lot of new teams going to be starting.
Yes, definitely. Let's hope that there's some pickup from this tonight with a lot of these new guys joining and hopefully picking up the momentum, and we shall see some new teams coming onto the SimRace SA Racing League in the not too distant future from this.
Yes, absolutely. Especially with what's happening currently in South Africa and in the world with lockdown, now a big thing. I think this is now the big chance for SimRace SA, whether it's the AC side or ACC or GP racing. I think it's going to grow quite a bit, and I think we're going to see a lot more racing and enjoyment factor coming from this now.
That's true. It's true. This, everything, everywhere you look, is all about COVID-19 and lockdown and being safe and social separation and all the rest. So what better way to look after yourself than drive around on some international tracks with your friends on SimRace SA. Great
Exactly. Couldn't agree more.
Right, we're under a minute to go now in quali. I can't see any changes there besides our man Devin Lesher doing a very quick 201.0.
Wow.
That was really quick. I think there are a few other guys out here that might be on quick laps. Dario Bussi flashing away at one of the Lamborghini guys, so he's obviously on a roll and wants to get improve his time.
In saying that, remember, these top 3 guys will obviously get their promotion to Div 1 for 2 weeks, 4 weeks time at Monza. So everyone is trying to push to show their worth as well.
That's also true, yes. Dario coming over the line now. Oh, 1.1 seconds off his quickest time there, so no change there. So I think we're now in overtime. Anybody that's still out there that can finish a lap, now's your chance. Moritz, he's 4 seconds beyond James Stroud. Coming over now. No change there. Warwick stopped. It looks like Bussi's trying to do another lap quickly. Everyone else is in the pits and ready and waiting. So let's just watch Mr. Bussi go round on his last final lap.
He is pushing this.
He's trying hard.
This Porsche. I must say, with it having its characteristics and its bumps and everything, it definitely isn't a track that you can attack. It does bite back at you if you do try overdrive the car. So,
yep.
Qualifying, as you can see, it's taken its toll there. But I mean, in the race, hopefully they go a lot smoother and not be so demanding for wanting something to happen.
That's true. Right, that's it, done for qualifying. We'll be back in about a minute or two's time.
At the moment.
Here we go, we're back online now. Got about 30 seconds to go to the race. Devin Lesher's going to lead the field off here. We will sort out all the cars and everything in the next couple of seconds. We need to obviously just get our pace cars off the track. So they're going to pull off now, and they'll do a slow, hopefully no one tears off into the distance. There we go. Just make sure our cars are off, so back to the pits, Kieron.
Whoa, a little bit.
Yeah, that's good. Everyone's off. Okay, we're with you, people. Here we go.
Alright, how's it to those other guys that have just joined the YouTube stream? Endrin and Mike. Awesome to have you guys here. sorry if there are any issues, but everything sounds good and looks good on our side. So hopefully things can get sorted, Dirk Brand. But it should be a good race to watch. Oh, we've got a spinner in the background.
Really?
Yeah, it was a green Lamborghini.
Peter?
No, it wasn't Peter.
Okay, I didn't see it. Let's just try and get this camera stuff. Is that view? There we go. TV camera from the side coming towards us. Here we go.
In front.
Yeah, okay. So Devin Lesher's leading them out here, keeping the pace. Everyone's kind of relatively single-filed and behaving behind him. He should be getting onto the speed up section coming up shortly, and I think he's going to drop it, and we're going to be A for away, people. He's still holding them up. It looks like he's going to wait until the long back straight. Okay.
All right, here we go.
Yeah, if he's going to do it, this is going to be...
I think he's done it.
And he's down. Off we go. And he's gapped them. Ghost is asleep here. He hasn't picked up on this. Melvin's actually doing nothing to keep up with him. He needs to get going. And behind him, it's all going off already. People taking 6.5 different lines around the first corner. And look at this main straight here. First corner with cold tires. Here we go. Okay, I think there was a... Yes. Gerard Orkamp made a position change there. He's moved up into 4th place. His position changes everywhere. On board with Warwick Stewart, and right ahead of him we've got Peter Kralen in the Lamborghini. Down to the hairpin now, so we're on board with Warwick Stewart. Just press F3 a few times there, Kieron, I think.
No, nothing.
Yeah. Okay, we just got a little teething problem here. What is your view right now, Kieron?
It's of the commentator cars from in the car now. There we go.
Okay, on board with Devon. Here we go. Back on board. And, yeah, he's keeping it clean. He's trying to gap it. He got a 1.5 second gap over Melvin Coase, who is definitely trying to hang on and keep him honest in the big Nissan. In the mirrors behind you can see we've got Peter Kraling in the Lamborghini, Warwick Stewart, Gerard Orkamp and Daria Busey, although there's changes happening here. We'll go to the TV cameras. This should be a view down, yes?
Yes, yeah, Gerard Orkamp driving, trying to catch up to Dario.
No, yes, Daria Busey in the Porsche, correct.
Oh, Warwick Stewart going past Peter Kraling there up into 3rd, going into Sunset Bend.
Yeah, that it is. There was a change there. Now they come onto the main straight again. 207 for Alessia, 204. That was an odd time. I think it was earlier. And further back we've got some changes happening. James Stroud unfortunately dropping 2 positions there. I think he went wide and maybe hit the wall there. No, car seems to be okay. On board with James now. I think he maybe turned the car around or spun the car because there's no one in front of him. So
All right. Something interesting that I've noticed as well, thanks to Hannes van Wyk asking on the YouTube channel, though, is tire choices that each person has started with, or each driver.
Yes.
Your top 5 drivers are all on the soft tire.
Yes, I'll add to that. Good question there, Hannes. Thanks very much. Sorry, we've just been putting up with some camera changes and some view differences between us commentators. So as Kieron says, 1 to 5 are all on softs, with Gerard Orkamp and Moritz Krokamp, the first 2 running mediums in 6th and 7th. Renaud Olivier in 8th place on softs. Arno van Mansberg, mediums, and in 9th place Datus Emming, James Leach, James Stroud, Peter Wenzel and Jason Luck, the last 5 drivers, all on softs. So only 3 drivers out of 14 are on mediums. Everyone else has taken softs for this race.
That is quite interesting. From what we saw on the Div 1 race on Monday evening, I think there were more people taking the medium tires than the soft tires. So
there's a different mindset in this race tonight, or we're gonna see 2 pit stops possibly, because I think these guys are going to have a serious problem trying to run 22, 23 laps on soft tires.
Well, we know the veterans of the game, the Nick Hodgsons, running half stint soft. So we know the guys that have been doing this for a while certainly can. It's whether these new independent guys can actually do it as well, which is going to be interesting to see, or are they going to do the 2-stop strategy?
Yes. Okay. Watching Renaud Olivier here in 8th place. He's part of a team. Renaud Olivier, Kieron?
Renaud Olivier, yes, he's part of Black Widow Racing. He's the in the second team of that, racing with Mike McGeer in McLaren.
That's it. Nice livery on the Lambo. Boosie seems to be the closest. These 2 are joined. You can throw a blanket over Dario Boosie and Peter Kraling right now. Boosie pushing hard in the Porsche. Are you watching this?
Yes, I am. I think it was in qualifying.
I'll tell a little sideways there. There was a bit of nerves, but he's trying hard. There's going to be a move here for sure.
We're going into Kenderbin Bend.
He's trying to position that Porsche on the inside, but Peter Kraling closes the door,
putting a lot of pressure on him.
Oh, here we go. Oh dear, no. That's Devon Lesher.
Oh, Devon's dropped right down to 3rd.
That was a big surprise. He had a big off somewhere and he's lost a good couple of 10 seconds at least. He's down in 3rd place in front of these guys. We only just saw him coming back on the track. Yeah, you can see him in front of Peter Kraling's Lamborghini. I think it's going to be interesting to see him chase down Warwick Stewart and Melvin Coast.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting. I mean, just from what we've seen with Dario Boosie and Peter Kraling, I think elbows are out in this race. No one's getting past anyone.
Definitely agree.
I think we're going to have a little bit of contact here, maybe a little bit of stock car racing, but GT3 cars are always prettier looking.
Okay, on board with Peter Kraling, who's seriously wanting to harass Devon. Either that or Devon's just having some fun in the team. Cool. What's the team name there again?
The SRC Cool Ideas.
That's it. SRC Cool Ideas Lamborghini.
Also one of our sponsors for SimRace SA, yes, along with Yellow Designs.
Cool Ideas, your fiber guy.
That's him.
On board here with Devon, looking ahead at Stewart and Coase. He's 1.5 seconds off Stewart at the moment. Peter Kraling in the mirrors just behind him by a second, and Dario Boosie also a second further back in the Porsche. Top 5. Then they've kind of got sorry Kieron, a bit of a gap back to Orkamp in 6th, and yeah, in 9th place we've got Arno van Mansberg, he's also very close behind Reino Olivier, as you can see on the track here, and looking for a chance to pass in the yellow designed Porsche.
It's interesting to see, though, the different lines that each driver are taking through certain corners. Some go wide over there at Le Mans Curve, and especially into Sunset Bend. I mean, there's 5, 6, 7, maybe even 8 different lines that you can take in here, similar to Crocodiles at our local circuit, Kyalami. So,
exactly.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting to see what happens as the race continues.
Yes. See, we've just had a position change here. Gary Busey's finally got past Peter Kraling. He might have had an issue somewhere on that lap. Right, so everyone's now on their, just going on to or on their 6th lap of this 44 lap race. So if we do all that Porsche sideways there for a second, wow. Busey's trying hard to get away, but that was very loose of him.
I'm not too sure if these two had a little bit of a tussle earlier, but I can certainly say I think Devin Lesher's caught up to those GTRs, trying to get back into the lead.
That's true. We'll go on board with him. He's right here. Oh yes, look, they've definitely closed up. Both Nissans are together. This will prove for some interesting maneuvering to get past these two monster Nissans on the Sebring track.
The Godzillas of racing, as they call them.
It'll be interesting to see after the race, or hear after the race, what happened to Devin on that through this corners, this complex coming up now, because it was round about somewhere. He's going for a move already here. It's right in the slipstream of Warwick Stewart's Nissan here. This is going to happen up the back straight for sure. The Ullman straight, there's an overtake happening.
Absolutely. I'm not too sure. He's got a little bit of confidence at the moment going through Bend, and Le Mans Curve after that spin, but definitely can see the Lambo catching down Ullman straight.
There's a big slipstream. Here he goes down the inside. Hope he's got enough brakes to stop that. He definitely has. He's on a perfect line through Sunset onto the main straight. And
ooh, wow.
The Nissan doesn't want to let him go. Ooh, these three they're all over the place.
Oh, no drama here.
None. Grab your popcorn, because they all made it through turn 1.
Oh, he's going to dive down the inside into turn 1.
Switch to the outside.
No.
Yeah, Melvin Coase has closed the door on him. Some excellent racing going on here. I hope you guys are enjoying what we're seeing. This is incredible racing happening.
Chris Janker definitely thinks so as well. We've got Gerard Steenkamp also shouting for Team AAS. So we've got the support definitely going on the YouTube channel, and thanks to these guys for supplying such awesome racing.
Definitely. Got a little bit of a change in the middle of the field. Kraling's dropped back 2 positions down to 8th. Might have had an issue somewhere on Sunset. We're just going to stick with these guys for now until Mr. Lesher gets past this Nissan, if he can. It looks like Warwick Stewart has backed off a little bit, or is struggling to keep up the same pace as Devin Lesher in the Lambo. And then, as I say that, he gets a huge run out of that corner and is back on it. So
I think the Nissan definitely still has the straight line speed and the power that we all know it's built with and designed to have.
Yes.
The Lamborghini definitely a lot more aerodynamic. Ooh, and that almost got sideways for Melvin Coase. If he still holds on to this position, that'll be very interesting. No, Devon's looking for it, and he just dives it in there.
Yeah, thought we'll have a look from the helicopter view, and he just threw it down the inside. But look at that other line. Look at this. Oh, next to each other going down to turn 1.
Here's the speed difference. Can we see it? Nissan versus Lamborghini. Neck and neck.
Yeah, Devon's got the inside line, but can he do the cutback? I don't think so. I think that pass is done and dusted. Ooh, that Skyline was all over the place. Skyline, sorry, Nissan. You know what I mean. Coase had a very sideways moment there, and Warwick Stewart's got back up right behind him. In
I think Warwick's going to take a dive on him on the hairpin turn. Malvern Coase very defensive here on the inside.
Ooh, he hit the grass there.
Almost lost it.
Yeah, just managed to stop in time. Great racing going on here by these two, and this is actually giving Devon the chance to get away. You can see there already he's out by 2 seconds ahead of these guys while they battle for second place.
Yeah, it's interesting to see. Are these guys just overdriving the car, or is this the soft tires that aren't quite happy with the track at the moment?
And with them also taking these different lines as we're watching while they race. Yeah, there could be pickup, or they're overheating, I'm not sure. It's providing some awesome TV viewage here and some great commentary opportunities. Some excellent racing going on here by these two.
Oh, yes, it is, definitely.
Okay, we'll see how Warwick Stewart gets out of this, the second last corner, and up the up the Ullman Straight.
That's it.
Heading back up towards Sunset, that very difficult big round hairpin that you take to get onto the start-finish line. And it's a big opportunity, this corner, for people if you've got the courage to push it in there and hope the car holds. But that looked quite neat by both Warwick and Melvin Coase. So great racing going on here for second and third. What's going on further down the field?
Further down the field, I think we've got Peter Kraling trying to come back through the field, racing with Renault Olafie. Lamborghini versus Lamborghini.
Two Lambos, correct. They're close to each other. This is one of the other closest kind of races at the moment.
Interesting to also note that Gerard Orkamp up in fourth. Dario Bussi, I think, had a bit of a moment or two because there was a very slow lap time, but he is the highest placed car on the medium tires as well.
That's correct. Gerard Orkamp thundering around in this big V8 Mercedes, up into fourth place, but 14 seconds off the soft compound tires ahead of him. And right behind him is, as you pointed out, Kieron, Dario Bussi in the Porsche on softs. 1.7 seconds back. And then behind these two we have Moritz Krokamp in the other gold Lamborghini. He's 7 seconds back, also on mediums.
And he's also
him,
one of...
actually this is a trio of Lamborghinis, because we've got Peter Kraling in the green number 63 car, as well as Renault Olafie also in the Lambo, and all of these guys are on softs.
And that's actually a position change, so Peter Kraling's definitely putting his foot down in that Lambo and trying to get back up to I believe it was third or fourth place.
Yeah, he's trying hard. As we go further down the field, Arno van Mansberg in 9th place in this Porsche. He's running mediums. Pretty lonely race for him. A good 11-12 seconds back, we've got James Stroud here in the other green Lamborghini, closely followed by Datus Immink, also in the green Lamborghini. He's got some front end damage, so I think he's had a turnaround or a barrier possibly. Struggled there to stop the car going onto the back straight. 12th place, we've got Peter Wenzel.
Oh, now that's a lovely looking BM.
Peter Wenzel with a really flash livery in this Z4. All out on his own. James Leach behind him in the Ultimate Works AMG Mercedes-Benz. And bringing up the rear a good 28 seconds back, we've got Jason Luck in a pretty dented looking Audi R8. Clearly having some problems around this tricky Sebring track. back up to second and third place. The Skylines are still at it, and the gap is half a second, if not less, right now. 0.4
However, take note though, that's a position change.
That's true. We do have Warwick Stewart back up into second and Melvin in third, so we're going to stick with these guys again.
There's a lot of support coming from the YouTube channel wanting to see Warwick and Melvin race, so here's your chance, guys.
Hi guys, yeah, Aero Smudge, welcome to our YouTube channel. Chris Janke, Johan Orkamp, shouting for Gerard, and Neville Jones. Welcome, chaps. Great to have you.
Sure, we can all see where Johan's...
Melvin's going a bit wide here. He's trying it inside. Look at this. Oh, there's contact.
Yeah.
It was a bit of argy-bargy, but Rubbin's racing, as they say.
I wonder if he actually gave that position back or not.
No,
but,
I'm not sure, but this is a position change according to our timing system. Excuse me. As they come around turn one, they're next to each other. They're just not giving up, these two. Great racing here with the two Nissans. Again, another position change. The cars look okay, so it couldn't have been a hard impact.
I don't think so, but in another close battle on the track at the moment, I see 5th, 6th and 7th position. Daria Busi, Moritz Krolkamp and Peter Kralin are all actually neck and neck.
Yes, here we go. Oh, that Porsche almost went round.
Daria Busi having a real troubling time in that Porsche. I think he's had a couple of moments that last lap again at 2 minutes 10. So he's definitely having some issues with the soft tires, I think.
I agree, and these Lambos are closing up on him. Very, very tail-happy Porsche. Cockpit view here with Peter Kralin looking ahead at the other big monster Lambo Huracan GT3. No other changes except our two Nissans, still very close with each other. We'll go back to them now. On board here with Melvin Coase going up the back straight, so there's going to be another charge for position here. Let's watch on board with Melvin. See how the slipstream effect works with these big Nissans with these huge tails on them.
I must say, those wings are extremely massive.
Yeah, look here we go into the braking zone. Everyone's behaving.
Wow.
Devin Lesher just picked up a quickest lap here, sorry to interrupt it. 201.1 in race pace. That is a quick lap.
There's comfortably Division 1 race times right there. Oh, here we go.
Yeah, we've got these two are next to each other. It's the Nissans against each other and the Lambos against each other.
Oh, unlucky Moritz.
Oh, he's had a big off. Oh dear.
I think he must have clipped the wall there.
Yeah, definitely.
Although, you don't see much damage on that car.
No, the nose has been hurt, but yeah, even the Porsche's gone past. So Moritz drops down to 9th place after a very close race with Kralin in the Lamborghini. Let's go back up to our leading, our two Nissans here. Yeah, we've also got our man Dirk Brandt, who's just joined us on our YouTube channel. Hello, Dirk. Yeah, definitely. Thanks, guys. It is a thrilling race. We're trying to find the best racing for you on the track. Besides these two Nissans, there's not much else except for Mr. Wenzel here, who's just had an off in the Z4. I think he got really close behind Datus Immink, and there was a roundabout. Anyways, managed to get it going, and he's just ahead of James Leach. In fact, James Leach is coming past in the Mercedes.
Yes, he is. That was just before Gurney Bend as well, or Big Bend. You can see there's a lot of support on the YouTube channel here for Gerard Orkamp. We've got Johan Orkamp and Gert Orkamp all here supporting.
There's a big family here. Come on, Moritz, you can do it. You've got the whole family here on board watching you, buddy.
Not Moritz, Gerard.
Oh, is it Gerard? Sorry.
Gerard Orkamp. He's in 4th position. Doing a stellar job at the moment.
Sorry, Moritz Krokamp. We're talking Gerard Orkamp. That's it.
That's correct.
Sorry, people. Thanks, Dirk.
Thank you very much, Dirk. Yeah, first time here and thoroughly enjoying it.
Okay, back up to the Nissans. Melvin Coase is still harassing Warwick Stewart. We've got Devon Lesher again, 16.5 seconds out in the lead, all on his own, pretty much having a... Oh, he's lapping the field. I think he just went past Jason Luck there.
Oh, well done to Jason for getting out the way.
Yeah. This is where Devon lost it earlier through this complex. I hope he doesn't have another little whoopsie of sorts.
No, I don't think so. I think he's got tyres up to temperature, not overdriving the car, just keeping it simple and
doing quick lap
driving
times
away.
as well. Yep. Lap 13 of 44. So what would we be looking at if people are doing 2 stops? We're probably looking at about lap 14, lap 15, if anyone is. To do 3 even pit stops on mediums. Otherwise, they're going to obviously be trying to stretch the softs out to 22 or 23 laps. Oh, we have a Mr. Wenzel in the pits here. I think maybe he hurt himself with that BMW just now.
Yeah,
So,
I think he might have done some internal damage there. Maybe the steering column or something might have bent.
Okay. Some mechanical problems then. Okay, we've got something's happened here. We've lost one of the Nissans.
Oh no.
So Warwick Stewart's on his own. Who are we
It's
missing?
Melvin Coase.
Melvin has had a big off somewhere. Oh, we missed
Ooh.
this. He's crawling back to the pits. Yeah, he's trying to get into the pits. That Nissan's looking very second hand. We missed that completely. Sorry, guys.
Sorry to those supporters as well. I mean, there's a lot of guys for the Nissan crew here to do quite well with Warwick and Melvin, but you still got one in the top 3, or actually running beautifully in 2nd place.
That's true.
Let's hope Melvin can get back up there.
Down to 9th place. Now that'll be a long pit stop because he's probably going to do a bodywork repair job as well.
Absolutely.
We normally have a bit of luck in the commentary booth where we manage to switch and see incidents happening. It's happened on a lot of the other streams of late, but yeah, we missed that one completely. Peter Kralin. Sorry, Kieron.
Peter Kralin catching up to Dario Busi.
There was a bit of dust up there, but these guys are pretty close up, so there's going to be some issues happening here. See, the BM's back on and going, so he's had a repair done.
He got out the way very quickly there as well.
Okay.
Oh, there he is, sorry.
Melvin Coase is out. That Nissan looking all fixed and repaired. Yes, everything looks good. Some quick panel beating going on.
Oh, in saying that, there goes a Mercedes backwards.
Oh, really?
He just passed James Leach, yeah. James Leach in the Mercedes, and he's got the leader, Devon Lesher, cruising up behind him. Oh!
Just went right across the front of Devon Lesher there. That was close. I think Devon Lesher's stomach's in his throat right now. Oh, we've got another change going on here. What is going on here? Oh, no way. Mr. Dario Busi's just disconnected off the server by the looks of things. Could it be? I just saw him kicked. Oh no, and Warwick Stewart just turned around in the Nissan. Gosh, it's all happening here.
I think the bumps on the track are definitely getting to some of these drivers.
But in saying that, I've also got to say these guys on softs, I think they're fresh out of grip between you and me, Kieron.
It could be.
15 laps in here.
As we say, yeah, this would be your kind of ideal point to do that two-stop strategy. But
Exactly.
Devin Lesher is very experienced. He knows how to drive these soft tires probably right through to a 22-lap stint. But the rest of these guys... Oh, and there's...
Who is that? It's not Peter Wenzel. Who's the other Lamborghini?
Is that Peter Kraling?
It's Datus.
Datus.
Oh, he turned the Lamborghini around right there.
He's part of AAS Racing with Peter Kraling, though.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know if there was a lot of damage done, but it is looking a bit dented. I see Jason Luck going very wide in the background behind him. The windscreen's also broken. I think he'll be in the pit shortly. Devin Lesher just does a 202.6, I think. Yeah, Datus is cruising around, Jays. Or is he? Is he going in the pits or is he carrying on?
No, I think he's carrying on.
My word. So he is. Okay, so we're down to 12 drivers. Really unfortunate. Dario Busey hasn't reconnected and he's listed as a DNF. Oh yeah, this Lambo's sideways into this corner. Look here.
He held it though. I've got 13 drivers. I've still got Peter Wenzel with us in 13th position.
Yes, in the BMW.
The beautiful looking BMW.
Okay.
Peter Geldenes on the YouTube stream, I do think you're right. I think that that bump before going through Lamar Curve, before you're getting onto Ullman Straight, is definitely catching a lot of these drivers out. The Division 1 drivers, they seem to take a different line going around that corner, almost going around the bumps. I noticed some of these guys, or most of them, actually are trying to take the bump on.
And go through the apex of the corner, you say?
I wouldn't say so much the apex itself, but definitely as close to the apex as possible. And we know that there is that very big double bump there, and I think it's causing, obviously with guys not having set up their cars properly, it's causing the car to kind of just straight line through the corner.
Yeah, okay. What we're saying is they aren't going around the bump that's situated in the middle of that corner, and so if the suspension's not properly set up or soft enough, it's kicking the car out, and that's where we're getting a lot of turnarounds happening.
Correct, yeah, correct.
Let's see. Warwick Stewart is coming up to the tail end of Jason Luck. And coming up to the corner in question very shortly. We'll actually go on board here with Jason going over this corner, and there's the bump we were just talking about.
Ooh. Warwick running a little bit wide there.
A little bit wide, yep. Yeah, they are kind of tiptoeing through there and running a little wide onto the rough, as you can see. Okay. Leach in the pits.
Oh,
someone's just leaving. Here comes Devin Lesher as well. So Lesher's pitted. And he's heading out. Oh no. Leach just had to reverse. Yeah, he had to go back. He overran his pit stop. So he's in. Devin Lesher's leaving the pit already. In second place and comes out 6.7 seconds back behind our new leader, Warwick Stewart. Lap 17 and Warwick's on softs. I really don't believe he can get to 22, which is what he's aiming at. If Devin pitted on 17, that tells me he's come back. He's come out on mediums, so he's going to try to do the rest of this on one stop, I think.
That's going to be interesting. We saw Peter Kaldenhuis and Brent Alexander do it on Monday night, but they did it the other way around. Ooh, there's an Audi in the wall there. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Oh dear. I think he's just had a bad evening and he's just decided to rage quit the race. Bad luck there, Jason.
But yeah, as I was saying, we saw Brent Alexander and Peter Kaldenhuis do it the other way around. They started on the mediums and ended on the soft.
Yes.
And Peter Kaldenhuis was definitely catching Nick Hodgson for first place in that one. Just ran out of time, I would say, but it definitely is possible.
Interesting. Yeah, Brent Alexander on YouTube saying, good luck on mediums. Well, in saying that, I mean, we went, oh dear. Ooh,
that was close.
He almost ran into the back of Warwick Stewart, who was almost standing still on the back straight there. So I think he had a turnaround.
And that is now first, second and third, all next to each other.
I'll put money on it that Warwick Stewart drives right into the pits right now.
Oh, as long as he doesn't drive right into Gerard Orkamp.
I'm my word, he's not going in the pits. Okay.
I should have taken that bet.
You should have. I did see somebody else go in the pits. Sorry, here we go. Datus Immink with a pretty dented Lambo windscreen. And he's made it. I think he's there. Okay, so Datus is in. Back to Gerard Orkamp here, who's he's in third, chasing down Warwick Stewart in this Nissan, who I'm 100% sure his grip is gone. He's really struggling at 18 laps. That's all I can put it down to. Devon is out and 3.5 seconds up the road. Off he goes.
Now, Peter Geldener is also saying there that around lap 15 or so, 15, 16, he started losing grip on the soft tires. It started getting a bit slippery. So I think that is definitely taking place here.
Okay. Well, here we go. We've also got Renault Willify in on lap 18. So these are early pitters. Renault was on softs. We'll see what he changes to. He's pulling out now. And I'll see once everything updates what he's on. We've also got Datus Immink still in the pits, also heading out now. And Renault and Datus are still on softs, so they've changed to softs. They're staying on softs. That means they're going to all be pitting again before the end of this race, if you ask me.
Just don't forget about that GTR going through. Here we go. He didn't lose it that time. That's good news.
He made it. Yeah, just caught up to him. Excuse me. Currently 3.5 seconds behind Devon, but he still has to pit. Gerard Orkamp just behind him, 1.6 seconds back in the big Mercedes-Benz. And then we've got an 18-second gap back to Peter Kralin in 4th place. There's Peter in the Lambo. 5th place is Moritz Krokamp in the other Lambo, doing well. God, looks okay. Not too much body work except for the front a little bit.
Just a little bit there on the bonnet from what it looks like.
Just behind him, Arno van Mansberg in a nice looking Porsche, still in 6th place. Renault Willify in 7th, making it over the infamous bump onto the back straight. Melvin Goos, 8th place. Shame. He might do a drive back from here. We'll monitor him and see how he goes. That race earlier on was impressive. James Stroud in 9th place in the other Works Lamborghini. Works is in the standard paint job livery. Peter Wenzel in the stunning Z4, out and going. And James Leach in the other AMG Mercedes. Awesome looking car, awesome livery.
Also one of the stock standard ones that come with the car, I believe.
And 12th place, Datus Immink in the Lambo. And unfortunately, our 2 DNFs, Jason Luck and Dario Bussi. Not with us.
Unfortunately, we're not too sure what happened with Dario. We did see Jason, he was pulled over to the side, so might have just been, that was enough for him for one day. But Dario Bussi, on the other hand, we're not too sure. just complete disconnect. We might have had a ping issue. We're not too sure.
Closest race according to our timing screen is 6th place, Anna van Mansberg in the Porsche. He's 2.2 seconds off the back end of Moritz Krokamp in the Lamborghini. Otherwise, everyone else is pretty well spread out at just before halfway in this race. Love the sound of the Porsche.
That is a beautiful
It's
sound.
the only car that makes that sound. It's a boxer motor for you. 3rd place, Gerard Orkamp in the that's a black, yes, black and blue Mercedes-Benz with red highlights. Nice looking car. He is just under 3 seconds behind Warwick Stewart in our Nissan, just ahead, as you can see.
There they go through Tower Corner. I think they're coming up to that infamous bump.
They're still going to get there. Yeah, we'll go on board.
They're getting close to it though.
We'll watch his line through here. See here, everyone was doing a left and then a right. They're going right over the middle of the apex and hitting that bump head on.
Talk about having a pair of balls on you to take that corner head on.
Yeah.
But as we say, around this track, there's actually many different lines to take around corners, especially Sunset Bend here. So there's no set given way on which way to go around whatever corner there is, but there are the risks to each corner.
Yeah.
There are certain risks.
Look, the majority of these corners in this track is a default racing line. It's the wide out. I mean, this corner, there is only one proper line through here, but you can be a good car length either side of it and still make it round the corner.
Absolutely.
Sunset, yeah, you know, there's multiple lines, multiple braking points. You can do out to in to out. There's a number of lines through there.
Must say, I think Warwick Stewart's definitely proven us both wrong, and maybe a couple of guys on the channel, in saying that he's done 21 laps now on these soft tires.
I don't know what this is about, but Dirk's asked me to say "Oh camp."
Oh come, not
camp.
oh camp. Apologies.
It'll have some meaning somewhere. You can explain to us. Yeah, 21 laps out of 44. I'd say you're right. Kieron Warwick's kind of proved us wrong that he's going to stretch this car out to do a one-stopper. And although I've got to say, we'll see what his lap time is when he comes over the start-finish line. But I think his lap times are pretty slow right now. I don't think he's doing the same kind of pace.
Well, in saying that, his delta's only, what, 0.6, 0.7 off the
really?
pace?
Yeah, I can't see that. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm going on what you see there.
But just talking about this Nissan, Melvin Koos is on the charge. He's made it one position up past Renault Olivier, I see there. But let's see what this lap is from Warwick.
203.6. Alright, not too bad actually. For race pace on softs, that's pretty good. He's coming up to the back of a green Lambo, which has to be is it a Datus?
It's Peter Wenzel.
Is it Peter Wenzel? No, it's not.
Sorry, James Strout.
Yes, James Strout. We've got Peter Kraling in the pits here. Finally,
Okay.
so this is his first stop or only stop.
I think he was another one that was on soft tires, making 22 laps.
Yes, he's on softs. My thing's still telling me he's on soft, so we'll see. He's dropping down to 6th at the moment. This will be 7th place, Melvin Coase, we're on board with, and he's going up the back straight. Kieron still in the pits. Oh, did he just almost drive off the track?
I think he's just trying to use as much of the track as possible.
Melvin.
Melvin.
He's drifting this Nissan.
Interesting that when he had his little incident, he had the opportunity to actually change onto mediums, but he went onto the softs, so he must be doing a two-stop strategy here.
Yeah, I get it. I see. Possibly. Okay. Kieron's made it out, and he is ahead of him by a few seconds. He'll come up in the mirror there at the back. Right. All good, Dirk. Glad to have you guys on board on the YouTube channel. Right, we've got Datus in the pits. Yeah, he's hurt the Lambo. And we've got Stewart finally in the pits. So here is Stewart. Warwick down to 3rd place in the big Nissan. Gerard Orkamp has just gone through into 2nd here.
I hope he realizes that he's probably still in reverse in that Nissan in the pits.
I'm sure he'll sort that out shortly.
I know, I've certainly done it once before in the race.
Okay, there he goes. He's on his way, and here comes Moritz Krokamp down the main straight. This is going to be close at the end of the pits. No. Yes.
Moritz has it.
He goes through into 3rd. So a little bit of an undercut there for pitting earlier. Onno van Mansberg's also gone through. And there we can see, oh, he almost bumped him. On board now with Warwick Stewart down in 5th from 2nd. So let's watch this, because if anything, he's got fresh tyres and he's going to try and do a drive back into the higher positions.
Just to answer you there, Carl Wiltshire on the YouTube. Unfortunately, Dario Bussi is not lying anywhere but possibly on the couch or in front of the TV. He unfortunately disconnected. We're not too sure what happened, but it was a real shame. We're enjoying his driving. It was very fun to watch.
Yeah, either he had a disconnect, or he had a technical failure, or I'm not going to say the dreaded load shedding, because I don't think there is any, but he just disappeared. One minute we were watching him, the next minute he was gone. So I'm sure we'll hear back. Oh dear, the Porsche just went straight, and the Lambo's just gone round.
Oh no.
So
talk about Warwick Stewart winning the lotto.
Warwick Stewart just inherited 3rd place from both Moritz and Onno.
And Moritz ended up being the worse off there and losing 2 positions.
Oh, Porsche lock up there. Yeah, you see Moritz is doing the right line through this, but not far enough round the bump. Okay.
Well, again, it's not the right line, but it's the line that was most commonly taken with the...
I think I just saw... Sorry, I'm just jumping around here. Peter Wenzel went very wide on that corner in the beer.
Melvin Coase, I think, had another issue because Reino Olivier is ahead of him.
Yes, here we go.
That bonnet is flapping. Oh, there's definitely some bodywork damage there. That nose just became a flat nose.
He's trying that outside line to go around the bump and get a drag up the back straight. Yeah, I think we're going to see he's close enough. There's definitely a pass happening here.
Definitely be before... I thought it would be before Sunset Bend, but no, he should have it under control.
Yeah, it's happened already, to be honest. Here we're on board with Reina and the Nissans. Oh my word! It was a Lambo facing the wrong way around in Sunset.
That was a sneak attack there.
It was
It's,
Datus. He's
Was
just
it
turned it
Datus?
round. Yep, here he goes. He's
Oh.
back on and going in the right direction. And Devin Lesher's coming up behind him. He's just done a 202.3. So Lesher's on the pace. Datus is drifting this Lambo. He's having fun out here. Lesher's probably wondering what is going on. Yeah, he needs to keep out the way here. And there
Yeah, I
goes
think he
Devin.
did well there.
Okay, well done. Devin's past him. Datus having a terrible time in this Lamborghini. I'm not sure what's wrong here.
Right, have a look
Stroud.
there, that the battle for 4th place. I think we've got Moritz catching up to Arno.
And we've got James Stroud in the pits on lap 25 from 9th place.
Has Moritz already passed Arno?
Oh,
Ooh.
oh. He's coming in the pits. So we've got a few cars in the pits now again. James Stroud. Moritz Crow comes in. I think this is his mid-race. Oh, and the Porsche's just come in. So Arno van Mansberg is very... Oh, this Porsche is looking very damaged. This will take a lot longer to fix if he's doing a bodywork repair. As
This
we
is
see-
going to bring Malvin Goos in the game.
Yeah, James Stroud's just left. Melvin Coe's going up the back straight on the Nissan. He's slowly coming back from 7th, and he should pass both of these chaps to get back up into 5th place.
Yeah, Peter Krayling's done his pass down the main straight. He's gone past both of them as well. Oh, and there comes
There
Arno.
he goes, ahead of the Porsche. Oh, so Arno didn't do any bodywork repair.
Ooh.
He's nicely got out the way for Devin to get through. I'll go on board with Devin. Excuse me. He's slowly but surely slicing his way through this field.
I think this must be a test for Devin as well. We all know he's a fast driver and he's very experienced. So, I mean, the amount of overtakes that he's having to do, whether guys get out the way or not, is quite a test on his skills. I definitely think so.
Yeah.
And probably his patience.
Who did he just go past? Rayner. So he's lapped everyone up to 6th place. And Arno van Mansberg in the herd Porsche is right on the back of Rayner Ulifi here. Both of these chaps are still on softs on lap 25, so there's still a lot of racing to go, and considering how much racing's been happening, these guys must be feeling exhausted. There's going to be... Oh, he went wide here. Oh, okay. He held it. Let's see if there's any draft coming off the back of this Lambo.
I definitely think he's going to have to dive in the pits maybe one more time to fix this car, because the steering wheel is definitely not straight.
Yes, I saw that. He's got more damage than we may think. I think he's only done a fuel and tyres, if anything, and probably turned off. As you can see, the steering wheel is just not facing the way it should be.
Yeah.
But in saying that, he just did a 210. No, 211. Yeah, he's well off the pace, but he's he should come in rather than get it fixed. This is he'd be in and out before Moritz Krokkamp would even catch up to him, who's a good 57 seconds back in 8th place.
Yeah, I think Moritz definitely did when he came in. I think he might have had some internal damage, and I think he decided to fix his, which was the right thing to do.
Right, so Melvin Coase back up to 5th place in the big Nissan. Pretty lonely race for him right now. Good 27 seconds behind Peter Kralin, who's up into 4th place. Oh, that's a nice lap. Warwick Stewart does a 203.3 in the other Nissan. And besides Honor van Mansberg, who is in 7th place here in the Porsche, everyone else has got 11 or more seconds either in front or behind them. That's how spread out they are around the track right now. So just over halfway, and a few extra laps, and the racing after the first round of pit stops is very well spread out here.
Yeah, our closest battle on track being Arno van Mansberg and Renault Olivier, but yeah, apart from that, it is quite evenly spread out.
It's a position change. And we're watching van Mansberg. Where did Renault go? Renault turned the Lamborghini around. We didn't see that.
No.
He turned the car around in Sunset. So we've had a position change here by Arno van Mansberg in the Porsche. He's just gone ahead of Renault. That was bad luck. He must have spun it in Sunset, or going into Sunset.
Either he spun it or missed his braking marker or something. Yeah, doesn't look like there's too much damage on it.
No, the car looks okay.
I don't see any of the gaps really closing down ever so quickly at the moment.
No, I mean, Arno van Mansberg's already put 9 seconds out ahead of Renault Willifie. So and that's in the damaged Porsche, mind you. So even with this pace, I think there's a problem with Renault Willifie's Lamborghini.
Well, I certainly hope not for Black Widow Racing's sake. I hope he can do well and keep that car going.
Yeah, there's a bit of damage on the nose and the left front quarter of this Lambo, so I think he missed a braking point or turned the car around in Sunset, the last corner before the main straight. You can see a little bit.
Yes.
Rubbing there. But I'm not sure what his lap times are. We'll see when he gets over the line here. That gap has kind of stayed the same. Lesher just goes over with a 202.4, so he's maintaining a sterling job up front and doing some excellent lap times. On mediums, mind you, 202s. So nothing wrong with that pace in that Lambo.
I see Melvin Coase did a 210.5. I think he might have had a little bit of another issue.
There's a Renault Willifie 210 in the Lambo. Let's go and have a look at Melvin. Oh wait, they're close here. No, sorry, that was Melvin. This is Peter Kralin. He's coming up to lap...
is that Peter Wenzel?
Is it Peter Wenzel? Yeah. He runs a little bit wide, so yeah, Peter Kralin's just lapping him right now. Got out of the way nice and cleanly. So Peter Kralin doing a good job in 4th place, but also lonely drive. 25 seconds back from Gerard Orkamp and 31 seconds ahead of Melvin Coase, so not too much happening as far as making up times go. Gerard Orkamp just did a 205. And here, what is this? This is him and Kralin.
No, that's him and that is Emmink. Oh no!
It was a bit. Oh dear!
Oh!
Gerard Orkamp got a little bit of airtime over that sausage curb. Was that Datus in the Lamborghini not getting out the way enough?
I believe so, yeah, and that's rather unfortunate for Gerard. I think he's been probably the most consistent driver of the day so far in my eyes, and then we have something like that just happens, which is very unfortunate.
Agreed. I don't think, look, he didn't lose a position, but you'll be a little bit angry about that, I'm sure.
He's definitely lost at least 4 seconds though on this lap. Which, and I mean, he's not a million miles away from Warwick Stewart either, so he's definitely trying to put a charge on with Warwick on the softs as well.
We'll see now.
Who knows?
Datus must be getting blue flags all over the place, and he'll be being told to move over now.
Oh no!
He's just really in the wrong place in the corners. Sure. Okay. Warwick Stewart thundering along in his Nissan into sunset. Big black car.
I wonder if Gerard Allcamp might have shown a couple of hand signals
I just saw somebody spun in the pit lane.
Oh, that's the Mercedes. That would be, I think it's James Leach. It is, and is he stuck?
Well, this is incredible.
He can't click it into reverse.
How can he not get the car into reverse? He's actually blocking the pit lane. This is going to be a problem.
It is. Is it turning?
I don't know. We'll go back on board here.
Oh.
He is in reverse and the car's not moving. Oh, there we go.
Oh, there we go.
He was stuck in the barrier. Good grief, I've never seen that. Oh yes, Dirk on YouTube says just press escape to go back to pits. He managed to unhook himself, but that would have been a huge problem for anyone else coming in still for another pit stop. Okay, and there he goes. Right. James Stroud and the Lamborghini. I think he's just gone up into, oops, almost runs wide. He's into 10th place now, with James Leach just gone into the pits.
Yes, I believe so. I think that is correct.
This has also been heavily damaged in some contact on this Lambo. The windscreen, the whole nose has been smashed. Okay, so running through the field, Devon Lesher far out in the lead by over a minute. Warwick Stewart on softs in second place in the Nissan, 21 seconds ahead of Gerard Allcamp in the Mercedes-Benz, who is 20 seconds ahead of Peter Greyling in the Lamborghini, who is 35 seconds ahead of Melvin Goos in the other Nissan, he's doing well. He's come back. I think he was down in 8th or 9th, so he's maintaining his 5th.
Absolutely.
Onno van Nunsberg 13 seconds back, and then Renault Ulifi 20 seconds back in 7th place in the other Lamborghini, who's 31 seconds ahead of Moritz Krokam, also in a Lamborghini.
There's definitely a lot of Lamborghinis being chosen this season.
Peter Wenzel.
Oh, I can look at that car all day
It's
long.
an interesting livery, isn't it? And then Mr. James Stroud in the damaged Lamborghini, but in 10th place, and it looks like James Leach is out the pits in that fixed up Mercedes-Benz, but a lap down, and Datus Emming in 35 seconds back behind James Leach in the other Lamborghini, and just pretty much going round. So not too much else going on at the moment. Kevin Lawrence, thanks man, good night, have a good evening. Saying goodbye on the YouTube channel.
I think with all these gaps being quite separated, I mean the closest one being about 14 seconds all in all, do you think it's an idea to possibly have a squiz at what Devin Lesher could be doing? Do you think he's just having a fun time driving around here at the moment, or do you think he's actually he's pushing it?
I think he's pushing it because let's understand this race and Div 1 races, there's still a time limit based on how quick it takes him to do these 44 laps, so that he can then intermingle his first place result onto the overall results, which then Jason will have to conglomerate all of that into one official results table for us to see in about a couple of days time. So yeah, he's not going slow here. He knows he's going to win, but he needs to win this race as quickly as he possibly can. He can't dawdle around the track and run risk of losing positions, second or third or even first, whatever it may be, from Division 1 on Monday night.
Okay, that makes sense. I understand that. All right. Well, he's definitely pushing it, doing the 202s there, as we can see.
Yeah,
so
very consistent.
He's going for it. Probably trying to keep the SRC crew up there in the top part of the log.
Oh yes, strong team that, as we know. 33 or 44, so he's got 11, just over 11 laps left of this race. And yeah, I'd say pretty much he's lapped everyone up to about 4th or 3rd place.
Yeah, I think the next person for him to lap would be Gerard Orkamp in that black and blue Mercedes.
He's just heading onto the back straight now. Yeah, so as you can see on the timing screen, Stuart there does a 203.3. Good time from the big Nissan.
Very consistent as well. But he's still running on those soft tires. It's going to be interesting if he can push it all the way.
203.3 on softs. And yes, is he going to push it all the way to 44 laps? Or are we going to still see... I'm sure we're still going to see a couple of cars come into the pits for a second pit stop.
Must say, I'm still expecting to see Melvin Gous come in after he came in on lap 14 or 15 and threw softs on again. If he can go, what is that, almost 30 laps on soft tires, that will be incredible.
Yeah, look, it probably can be done. It's just going to be done really slowly.
Yeah.
Yeah, Peter Keldernace on YouTube also saying 202 laps on mediums is very quick for Divin. Agreed. He's pushing, make no mistake, and he's obviously trying to get into the top 3 results for the overall results from Sebring. Yeah.
I'm hoping he doesn't beat me, but I'll have to accept it if he does.
Yeah, you did well. It was a good race for you on Monday. Good 3rd place, and for an amateur driver.
Yeah, well, motorsport's always been in the blood, so I guess it was a little bit natural. But yeah, definitely still new to this, like these guys are in this race. So
true.
We'll definitely see some talent coming through in the next few bits, as well as also seeing these guys possibly on the ACC circuit as well.
Yes. So our next race, that's going to be on ACC. I'll actually quickly go and have a look and see. I can't confirm where it is, but let me just go and look at the schedule quickly. Sorry.
If memory serves me correct, it should be in the States. I think it's the home of the corkscrew.
Oh yeah, it's Laguna Seca.
Yes,
that's true.
See Reino Olivier diving into the pits there.
You're right. So here we go. Second pit stop then for Reino Olivier.
Don't think Moritz Crawlcamp's going to catch him.
I'm just having a look at Jason Holden Jones's the calendar for racing, simGT series. Six.
Okay, so interesting to see on the YouTube chat there from Henry Rue, who unfortunately we're actually missing this week, but saying that the point system works if there were 12 finishes in Division 1, yes. Devon can only score points from 13th overall, no matter the time it took to finish.
Okay.
So
that's interesting.
That's interesting.
Yes. Okay. I didn't understand that either. So thanks for clearing that up, Henry. I wasn't sure. We were kind of spitballing on what would be the method that Jason uses. But so what you're saying is, Division 2 drivers, irrespective of their normal class, they will only score from. Am I getting that right? From the last place of Division 1's results?
From what I can see, I think that's what he's saying.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Interesting. Okay.
Ooh, we've got a little bit of a close battle going on here. There we go.
I see that. Sorry, we just missed that position change, but here we go.
Thanks, Peter, for the for the comment there. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm getting quick and hopefully getting quicker as the season goes on. But that's for the next race to see. Yeah, not very one to boast about myself, but yeah, it's awesome to be a part of this Sim Race SA setup here and to have some fun as well.
Yeah, and listen, if you don't behave, Dad's just going to take the driving sim away from you.
That's a bit unfair, but no, that's fine. I think you can do such a thing. You are father, you brought me in, you can take it out.
Okay, Reynard Willifie's the closest on the track at the moment.
Okay, thank you for the clarification there, Dirk and Henry. Dirk, I do understand it's a little unfair in the sense, but I think also with watching how today's gone, Devon almost got taken out, I think, once or twice. So there's always that risk factor as well that comes into play.
Old Barry Mayer. He's faster than you then, yes?
I don't know about that, Barry. I think with what Henry's saying, we have the understanding on how you scored more points than me on the Daytona race. But no, I will definitely hold my head up high and say I'm still faster than you.
Cockpit camera, we're going to just follow on board here with, well, on Devon's car. My camera work will be a little bit different from what you're seeing, but we'll get back to that. Just looking at the two Lambos ahead of him, we're going to watch how he gets through this traffic or how smoothly he gets through here. On board with us there, Kieron?
Yes, I am. It's got a little bit of traffic running wide, not something usually that Devon does.
I actually really enjoy watching this view. It gives you a really good idea of if you've taken a good apex line through a corner and you're on the rumble strips and in the right position. It kind of reminds me of playing with a little Hot Wheels cars when you were a lot younger.
The Hot Wheels NASCARs, yeah. We all had a little something, but
well, these gone past the one Lambo. Got the other one to deal with here.
Oh, there goes the Lambo.
Oh, I saw that. Who was that?
I'm gonna say it was Immink. That's just Immink. And he's pulled it into the pits immediately.
Okay. Sorry, I'm just trying to catch up. Lesher, he's gone past the other one already. another one.
There's nothing really close apart from Reino Olivier and Moritz Krolkamp.
So, Onno van Mansberg still driving this Ben Porsche around. I think he's desperately hanging on to get into the pits. Now there we go, talking of the pits. Melvin Koos is in.
Melvin Koos, yeah, we're expecting something. He should come
laps. Yeah, a bit late, I think.
Possibly.
Okay, well.
Might have been a fueling issue. Might just be a splash and dash and off he goes.
Maybe he didn't get enough in the first stop. Onno van Mansberg's gone past, so he's up into 6th. I beg your pardon, 5th place. Paterson still in the pits, so I think he's doing a big repair job there. Well, Lesher's a whole 1 minute 10 seconds out ahead of Stewart in the missile.
I think Dirk Brand on the chat asking for more of the, as he's calling it, slot car view.
All right.
Obviously, bird's eye view. I like the wording.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, it could look slot cars, definitely. Good one. That's our other hobby that Kieron and myself enjoy racing at the Pick and Pay here in Tableview. Race World South Africa is the club, which you can go and look up at Facebook page or on their website.
Correct, yeah.
Huge monster 6-lane track, and we race there every Monday and Wednesday nights.
Yeah, we race there when we're not racing here with you guys.
True. So.
It's the biggest track in the country in length at 51.65 meters long. You could possibly say in the continent as well, but we're a bit unsure on that one. Being 6 lanes wide, very fast flowing track, not so intricate, which I think makes it a little bit more fun, but easier at the same time.
True. And some seriously fast lap times for the quick cars the quick class that we run, the S24 class.
Yeah, there's little 65,000 RPM motors sitting in a car that weighs no more than 100 grams, and you do that track in 5 seconds flat, somewhere around there. So your reaction times have got to be a bit on it, just like they have to be in the sim racing world. But it's awesome. It's open to the public. It's the only commercial one in the country, so people are more than welcome to come and race there and stuff. Obviously not during lockdown, but it's fantastic. There's a nice little following there of guys and a couple of girls as well, or ladies that race.
There's also a great initiative for the youngsters that have a youth league on a Friday night, and the entire complex is actually bookable for children's birthday parties or team building events. You can get on the website, go and have a look. If you want to book something for a company function, you want to book a birthday party for a child, they'll arrange the whole cake for you, they'll arrange the whole thing, and Kieron runs the actual race coordination system for all the kids. So pop in, go and have a look. What's the website again, Kieron?
The website is www.raceworld.co.za. So very straightforward there. But all information, the website wise and everything, you can find on their Facebook page, which is always easier to look at. For any inquiries, I think it's info@raceworld.co.za.
Cool. Back to our sim racing. I don't really have anything to say as far as close racing. You can all see for yourself the driving gaps between the cars are in excess of 20 to 30 seconds, so the cars are really stretched out. Devin Lesher coming up for an overtake here. Lap 39 of 44, so 6 laps or so to go.
I think this is Moritz Krolkamp in front of him. I think he's just trying to prove what he's capable of here and sticking ahead of Devon.
Yeah. With the YouTube chat. Oh, okay.
There he goes wide.
Yeah, I think it's just a matter of jumping out the way so that Devon can continue on, really.
Possibly. Oh, that bump is very hectic.
And here we have another pit. Melvin Gous is in the Nissan. I think he had...
In again?
Yeah, he killed those tires. He stopped here with smoking. I think this is an emergency stop, but 39, 40 yards, 6 laps to go.
That's going to be interesting on where he comes out with Moritz.
Oh, it's done. Moritz is passing me.
That's going to be our closest battle on track then.
No, this will be it.
Oh, Renault Olivier and Melvin Gous.
Okay, maybe not. Melvin's out the pits and on his way. And Renault in 8th place, just coming into turn 1.
Oh, running a little wide.
I agree, Dirk. It's a really stretched out race. No one's near anybody else to actually provide any racing right now, unfortunately. So, Renault going a bit slow here. Okay.
On top of what Barry said there, should have a slots versus sim race race. Yeah, for those guys that live in Cape Town, we can definitely look at organizing something like that.
Good.
I'll definitely chat with the owners and see if they're okay with everything. But yeah, I think we can definitely sort something out, be it an endurance race or just a little rotation race, something of the sort.
Yeah, that would be fun. The rotation race is just for clarity. So the track does have a bridge on it. It's an even 6-laner, meaning you run all 6 lanes in a race, from the slowest to the quickest lanes, and your positions will change obviously through the race as you run on the various different colors. So it's not like the guy on the outside lane is going to have an advantage. You run all the lanes. But yeah, let's see. We can chat about that another time.
I think you might have or Dirk might have an inside joke there with you on the YouTube chat.
That's also true, yes. More than 2 cars on track. I think it was the first live stream that we did together for the F3, and we had Team Paterson on the track. It was Barry Mayer and Neil Berger. They were the only two. They were the only 2 cars on the track for the first round of the F3 series.
Yeah, very bad luck, Chris Janker, for Melvin Gous. Unfortunately,
he didn't catch it.
I'll say commentator's curse
That
on
is
that
it.
one.
I mean, I just turned him on and he's just driven into the barrier. Shame. Terrible luck.
Go on, Melvin. Keep
on,
it going,
man.
buddy.
He's sitting there freaking out now, I'm sure.
Come on, Melvin.
Buddy, you got to get going. I'd love to be a fly on the wall and hear the colourful language coming out of his mouth right now.
I wonder if he's just jumped out of the seat or something, or what. I have no idea.
Yeah, he's just left it there on the side. Bensel's just gone past in the... well, this BMW is also looking fairly worse for wear now. Melvin Gous has just given up the ghost. He's left the car on the side of the track. He's climbed over the barrier and he's having a beer in the audience somewhere.
Oh, he's probably doing a Fernando Alonso at... where was that? That wasn't Catalonia, I don't think.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. Oh, look, the Lamborghini just joined him. Was that Datus?
No, that's not Datus. That is...
It's not Datus.
Is that Gerard Olkamp? It was Gerard Olkamp,
No,
that's funny.
man, Gerard's...
No, sorry, it wasn't. I lie. Apologies.
James Leach, Melvin Ghost is chilling. Peters there. James Stroud, there we go.
Stroud, Mr. Stroud.
Yeah, he turned round. You see, I think the drivers are coming round turn 1 and they're getting a yellow flag because that car's sitting on the side of the track.
I see Melvin. Yeah, he's jumped into the pits.
Yeah, he's in the pits. I think he just took a breather there. Maybe downed a beer. He's going to give his last 2 laps a go.
Well, I must say, from what we've seen, Warwick Stewart being our newest driver that's done extremely well and driving in second place.
I agree.
Gerard Orkamp's driven brilliantly. Definitely say Peter Kraling's done a great job as well. Arno van Mansberg, Moritz Krokamp. It's awesome to see these guys. Yes, you've had some issues throughout the race, but it's great to see that you stuck through it and that they've done so well.
True. As I was saying in the YouTube channel, if you say Devon Lesher's name really quickly, Devon Lesher is going to be Devon Lesher, it's Demolition. Demolition. Okay, so riding on board with him for a couple of laps here. Watching his lines.
Shall we see him from a center car view, or?
You won't see it. I'll be able to do something down the view. Sorry guys, just scrolling through a few. No, we'll stick with this one.
Alright. 2 laps for him to go.
Yep, 43, last 2 laps of the race. What did he just do there? Still
he did a 2:02.7, so sure. He's consistent as always.
Up ahead there's going to be some dramas. We'll stick with this. Still in the pits. He hasn't come out from there.
Who's that? James Stroud and the Lambo and the Mercedes of Gerard Orkamp.
Yeah. But that's not for position. No, I think this is status.
Oh. Sorry, James.
Was it James Leach?
No, Stroud. There's 2 Jameses.
Yeah, true. James Stroud. Yeah, he just turned the Lambo around. Back on board with Lesher. And this is probably the quickest line around this track for those watching.
I see Melvin Ghost has actually commented on the YouTube channel.
I see that. Welcome.
Sorry, buddy. We're rooting for you there to keep it going though till the end.
Terrible luck. Also kind of hits the end part of that bump quite heavily, but
he does.
He just seems to go right over it without a problem. So
that's the difference again in setting up your car. If you know what you're doing and you know how to work your way around the bumps, go for it. Oh, Moritz.
Somebody's he's gone. And this car, I don't know what is going on. And it's him. So it's Moritz Krokamp is just turned into a flying saucer.
Oh my goodness.
Shame. So he's disconnecting.
Does he think he's the DeLorean and going back to the future or something?
I'm not too sure what's going on. So here we have Gerard Orkamp nicely getting out of the way for Devon to go past. He's on his final lap. We're going to go round with him.
Shame. Moritz Krokamp has also jumped off the server, I believe.
Yeah, he hit the wall, engine went red, so he blew the motor, the engine died. And the Nissan, bad luck, man.
Oh, I see, okay.
Tough one there. It was in a very, very entertaining first 5 to 10 laps with the 2 Nissans. You guys were awesome to watch.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you and Warwick Stewart. If you guys carry on like that, you're going to provide excellent coverage for the rest of the year. And there we have Devin Lesher, the sim racing crew Lamborghini, looking as good as if it just rolled out of the pit lane. Great drive by Devin, as expected. Although he did have a little oopsie, and I'm sure we'll hear about it on. There he just ran a bit wide again. That's kind of what happened when his first fall off. So, Devin. That was almost commentator's curse. That was very sideways.
I bet you Gerard's going to be smiling now, saying that he didn't get lapped the whole race.
Yeah. There we
It's
go.
always a nice thing. Nice achievement.
Let's see what Devin does on this final corner.
Taking it easy, I'm sure.
Or is he going to try and drift it round? I don't think so. Yeah, just heading for the line. Good, safe finish.
Well done, Devin. Great
well done,
win.
my man. That was really a lesson. Warwick Stewart is in amongst a lot of traffic here in second place. He'll do well just to keep his nose clean and not cause any dramas for himself.
This is Peter Wenzel, isn't it? And the BM in front of him.
Yes.
Ooh, don't touch.
There we go. He's done well to keep it clean. He's going past nicely. Peter Wenzel backed off nicely. Great racing by everyone involved. There's a couple of people that's in the middle of this timing screen have either left or have gone into the pits and haven't finished their laps there. See, James Leach is just going up a position now, or 2 positions. I'm sure they've still got to go over the line for the official final results.
Well, I know one of those that left was Moritz. We all saw that as he flew back to the future to somewhere back in the Wild Wild West.
Warwick Stewart coming over the line here for second place. And an excellent
Well done.
job. Great drive.
Great first race. Well done, buddy. I'm a big Nissan fan, so to see that car race is very nice to see.
That's true. Gerard Orkamp here in the big Merc coming in for third place. He's going up the back straight now. Wonder if Devon's even still here. Oh, he must be in the pits. Yeah, he's chilling. Well done, Devon. What is going on in front of us? I'll pretend I didn't see that. There's an invisible car doing a burnout. Henry, thanks. Glad you enjoyed it, sir. Thanks everyone for joining us on the YouTube channel. And that's that. So, all in all, it was a great race. Results will be posted live. We can chat about it on Discord. Kieron, thanks for joining me in the booth.
Thanks for having me here, and yeah, thoroughly enjoyed it. Look forward to the next one.
Cheers all.
Cheers, bye-bye.